You know what it is. Hakeem Green, Channel Live, looking direct, BDP, all day, every day. All we do, you see what it is, right? Madism. This is Madism TV, and this is Madism Sports. What up, Wes?
What's up, Hawk?
Oh, we back in effect, bro. We back in effect, Little hiatus, vacation, little time off away from the folks. I really miss my Thursdays on Madism Sports, bro.
Oh, absolutely, man. That was like a staple for Thursday night.
Yeah. And I see you got all the jokes in the world today.
26 years, no chip.
Yeah, jokes on you. I would say us. Us, but I got Dallas on timeout, even though I want to big up my homie Tamir from East Orange, who's has the By Nature brand going, and he gave me a Cowboys By Nature hoodie a couple weeks ago, and I was like, dude, I can't even rock it like I want to rock it because Jerry's such a,
We know what he is, brother. We know what he is.
We know
what he is. You don't need to elaborate, bro. I understand.
Nah. But before we get into Madism Sports, Matt, I just want to catch people up, let people know why we took a break. For the past few weeks, I've been working on this event, this event, 24 hours apiece. I big up 24 hours apiece, right there. 24 hours apiece, 24 hours apiece. 24 hours apiece, which is an event that was created to support the mayor of Newark, New Jersey's initiative, Violence is a Public Health Issue. And we're basically 10 years in, and this year was just absolutely phenomenal. It was a 24-hour peace festival, literally 24 hours, 6 p.m. on Friday to 6 p.m. on Saturday, straight through. We had Freeway, Beans, Beanie Siegel, Jadakiss, KRS-One, P&B Rocks, Do It All from Lords of the Underground helped me host it. We had all types of local talent out there. It was phenomenal, bro. We had thousands of people out on Broad and Market really pushing peace, love, unity, safely having fun. I had to big that up right fast. It was just a tremendous event. Mm-hmm. And it was this past weekend. And once I got that out the way, it was like, all right, let's lock in, let's focus in. We got the Dallas Cowboys versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Yeah, your man just switched teams and just won the chip like that. And it's been 26 years since the Cowboys won the chip.
At 42 years old, man.
At 42 years old.
The last time the Cowboys won, Tom Brady was 17. How about that?
That's crazy. So listen, it's crazy. So listen, we have some special guests joining us today. I was trying to be creative. We're trying to be creative in terms of the next guest that we had lined up. We wanted to bring the football season in correctly. So I figured let's get some ballers on the show. So, ballers we actually grew up with, our very good friends, Jamal Williamson and Chuck Keegan, Coach Chuck Keegan, both played at the University of Maine. Chuck went to Columbia High School. Jamal went to East Orange High School, was actually the starting quarterback of the East Orange High School Panthers. I was the backup quarterback. And these brothers lived the dream. The dreams that I was having as a junior, senior high school, these brothers went and lived the dream. So we want to get some information from them on the dream of playing collegiate football and see what they got, in terms of opinions and direction with the NFL and who's going to do what this year. And we're going to get all that in. But before we do that, you know how we like to set it off. I'm going to run a video right fast. The new video took a test, and we're going to get to inviting people so we can have a lively building. What up, Artie?
Artie Smith, a.k.a. Artie Henderson Jr.
Wow. Y'all be going in like that, huh?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, all right, let's get this cracking. This is Took a Test by Hakeem Green. And yeah, that's what it is. I'll see y'all in a second.
No KRS One to hock. You want to get down with BDP? You gotta take this test. You know what I mean? I was ready. Here go. Make some from nothing by uttering the word. Niggas don't get it. I must be stuttering from the herb. I be cluttering in the burbs, hovering with nerds. I'm trying to build shelter from the oncoming purge. Donald Trump is tripping. I'm trying to stave the surge. Do it for the Brooklyn French and laugh and market merge. Get my brothers out the county. See the city reemerge. I'm trying to keep it straight. My people living on the curb. Motherfucker got to the earth. Must not heard. I'm tired of the pimps pushing skis in the pervs. Fire with the bars and the fours and the verbs. I wanna see him go to college and I make them whores on the curb. Souls so disturbed, so stay high as a bird. Niggas want this smoke, me up, you'll get served. I'm sick with technique, I'm ill with the maneuver. DJs want my effect like they were straight out the sewer. Talk, I'm a doer. Find me in the viewer. I'm so on the grind, you're just the Barbie in the stew. I'm a grown man in this young world, I feel like I'm Rick the Ruler. I'm trying to get all these bars, but I'm not Robert. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. DMC to quickly blaze them with a run. Pressure on y'all, shrivel up, raising in the sun. I can blaze you with the gun, rather raise you like the one. In the hood y'all sweat it out, but I remain the champion. Smoky like a bear, bring fire to your camp. When I light up the air like wires in a lamp. Coke in your ear, the fire and get amp. I got that choke keeping near, always fire when I champ. My flow absolute style classic, got the proof. 0 to 100 on the ledge like the roof. Make them disappear out of thin air, they go poof. Facts come and go, Hakeem remains the truth. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for stale. All the funky fresh couldn't never be stale. Took the test to become an MC and didn't fail. I drop jewels. Science, mathematics, language arts, social studies, lyrical gymnastics, style, charismatic, pragmatic with this instruct. Smile is aromatic, fanatic with the ism structure. Back to the subject, how I school MCs. I get checks off the blue cheese. UMC, they used to call me power, then I blew UNC. Taking your to school like fools in truancy. I rock with the teacher like the board education. Fuck doc with the reefer, got a script for medication. Get A's for dedication on my way to graduation. Hand in hand like diplomas rolled up. Congratulations. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail. The rhymes I say, sharp as a nail. Witty as can be and not for sale. Always funky fresh, could never be stale. Took a test to become an MC and didn't fail.
Pop, you want to get down with BDP? You got to take this test.
Keep that.
Yeah, that was Took a Test by Hakeem Green, produced by Ron Amira Lawrence, video by Turtle Gang NYC. We got some celebrities up in there making cameo appearances. You got Vinnie Brown from Naughty by Nature in the building, Dude All from Lords of the Underground, Tame One from the Artifacts, the Chief of Staff for Mayor Roz Baraka, Amiri Baraka Jr. was in the building. Pabon, Pop Master Fable was in the building. And of course, the legendary, phenomenal, the teacher, KRS-One was in that joint. That's Took a Test. And yeah, that's how we doing it. But today's show is about football, the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. Dallas Cowboys versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know, that's the focus. Before we get there, though, we got two guests, special guests, very good friends of ours. We're going to bring them in. The homie Jamal Williamson, a.k.a. Peanut.
What's up?
What's up, Nut?
What's up, Wes?
And we got Big Chuck.
Big Chuck.
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Good.
Yo, I like that picture you sent, Chuck. You know, you had to join it.
He was Zeke Elliott.
The six-pack on Jokers.
I think I just missed the tackle and the shirt just rode up on me.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm saying you still got the six-pack, or where we at now?
No. It's a big old keg right now.
It's a keg.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, man, yo, it's really dope having you guys on the show. I hear a little ringing off right now. Can y'all hear that?
I hear it a little bit.
A little bit, slightly, yeah.
Is it my background? I'm in a athletic complex, a bubble, so there might be noises in the background.
Just turn your mic down a little bit.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate being here, brothers. Really do. Like
yeah, we see you in the comment section dropping jewels, so we got to get you on the screen.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So, while Chuck is getting his sound right, before we get into the NFL and get into all that, we want just a little background history of yourself. We grew up together. You and I were actually born on the exact same day, February 3rd, 1969.
Yes, sir.
And you've been one of my best friends since 6th grade. Yes, sir. In Miss Freeman's class, no doubt. We go back. Even though first time we met is when Oval Park played Raleigh Park, and I had to put the wood on you.
Well, then you woke up from that dream.
It's like, football is such an integral part of our lives growing up as young Black men, in the inner city urban areas. Talk about your history in football and what football means to you, bro.
Well, like you said, growing up, I mean, football was that character builder for us, right? We played street football teams, streets played streets, and up the hill played down. It was a part of our character. It built our character, to be honest, dealing with adversity, being competitive. It drove us to be better, and you had no choice because we didn't have video games. We had each other, and at the end of the day, we pushed each other to be good. I always try to tell some people, I got into football probably because of my oldest brother, right? And most of my friends knew my older brother. He was a very nice guy, very calm, very artistic,
yes,
and all that. But the first time I played football, and they're like, "That's your brother." I was like, "Who?" This animal out here making all these plays, off the field, he's just a real nice guy, right? And so that really got me into wanting to play football. That was my avenue to let out some aggression or make people look bad. I always wanted to be a wide receiver. I was this guy that can run and I can catch. And the way I became a quarterback was crazy. It was the guy who threw the ball the furthest could be the quarterback. And this one kid threw the ball the furthest, but I knew we weren't going to win with him at quarterback. So I got out the wide receiver line and threw the ball and became a quarterback.
Wow. How old were you?
12 years old.
This is for the Rams.
Yes, for the Rams. Exactly.
For the Rams. Now, the Rams was a very dangerous Pop Warner squad. Ladies and East Orange Rams. Man, I played for the Cougars. And we feared the Ram. I mean, the Ram. We feared y'all. Y'all had Stayu. Who else y'all have? It's just
who didn't we have?
TJ, Halim,
Rodney Jackson, John Ruffin, Antoine Hall. We had a.
Well, no, that was the squad I was on.
Oh, okay.
That was later, but
before him.
Y'all was dangerous, man.
We were stacked. We were stacked.
Yeah, no.
Charles. Yeah, we were stacked.
So talk about just in terms of character builder, the discipline, responsibility, accountability,
teamwork.
We say let not aggression. Nowadays kids join street gangs and they got a whole nother thing happening. But we have football. So talk about some of these character building lessons that you got, even as a 12, 13, 14-year-old playing football.
Well, and not just that, the people that was around us, the coaches that we had, and the things they instilled in us, the knowledge of the game, being responsible, being your brother's keeper, holding everybody accountable, and doing your job to the best of your ability. They never let us feel sorry for ourselves, win, lose, or draw. It was just one of those things. You kept pushing. You score a touchdown, we on to the next play. Like, you weren't celebrating like that's the best you ever done in the world. No, you got to get out there. You got to do it again. It was just one of those things that you never settled for anything. And we hated losing. That was another thing. You hated losing. And growing up, it was always you had the big brothers and you want to play with them, but they beat you up. And that's where you learn how to fight. But they beat you up. They ain't never let you win. They ain't feel sorry for you. So it was just one of those things that, if you wanted to be good or great, you had to keep pushing. You couldn't settle. You couldn't be satisfied. And that was our motto for the most part, never being satisfied. Like, it was always who next. At the end of the day, who's next?
So Chuck, what about you? Like, at what age were you when, football became something that you look forward to participating in?
You know what? It's something I always liked. It's always something I liked watching it. I like, playing in the street and things like that, throwing the ball around and all that kind of stuff. But it wasn't until 8th grade year that I played my first organized game. Up until I actually grew up in East Orange up till 6th grade, and then moved to the South Orange area. And it wasn't until 8th grade that I, first joined the team. And, kind of what Jamal said, I didn't know. All I knew was street ball. All I knew was you either quarterback or receiver. So the coach asked me, like, what position you think you play? I was like, receiver, maybe. He was like, nah, you're a lineman. I was like, oh, okay. At that time, there was no argument. It was like, oh, okay, I don't know what's a lineman. I didn't know that much. And believe it or not, my 8th grade year, I hardly played, man. It pissed me the heck off. I was never a kid that was like, oh, put me in. Well, I was just like, I was always ready. But, even in some blowouts, the coach would kind of look over my head and be like, okay, who else am I going to put in? As if I was invisible. And, coming out and that, but again, that drove me to say, you know what, I'm going to prove him wrong. And, kind of my career past that was like, okay, who can I prove wrong? Who think I can't play? And let me prove wrong that I can play.
Right. See, that's how I felt. That's how I felt coming up. When Peanut got hurt, coach be looking around, past me. I'll be right there. He be looking around, be like, all right, go ahead. And that just drove me to pick up the mic. You gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it real in the field. Keep it real in the field.
Yeah. Well,
go ahead, Chuck.
Right. No, I was gonna say, it was one thing I tell my players now that I coach. I got a room full of linemen or basketball, whatever it is. I said, I've been in everybody's position as an athlete. I've been the kid riding the bench. I've been the kid waiting to get in. I've been the next kid up. I've been the kid people count on, the starter, things like that. I said, I've been in everybody's position. And, the best thing you can do is just, I never want my kids to like wait their turn. I said, just prepare for your opportunity. You never know when that opportunity is going to rise. Someone gets hurt. Like in Maine, my first start in Maine was when Jughead got hurt. Justin Strelzik. Now, I wasn't starting over Justin. Justin, played 7 years in the league. But he got hurt. My opportunity came, and then, there it was.
Like, you're a couple years behind us, Chuck. So I didn't really know that you were that, that football player. I didn't know. I was used to, dunking on you in John's backyard in the bitty course, and you were so mild mannered.
You would have been the first.
You
man. Listen, man. I'm listening to all this banter here. Wait a second. I ain't dunk on Chuck. If anybody on the screen gonna dunk on Chuck,
I got it off a couple times.
Nah, really, I wasn't. My first start in high school, I played my junior year, but my first start wasn't until Thanksgiving my junior year. But again, if you would have asked me my junior year what I would have done in college, I would have told you I was going to throw the disc and shot put.
Wow.
And then my senior year came, I had put some good games together, had some good games and stuff like that. And then once the season's over and then coaches started calling me to the AD's office to speak with college coaches, I was like, word? This is a possibility?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it just kind of went from there.
Yeah. Now, Peanut, you know, you all state.
I'm sorry.
Basketball, right?
No garbage now.
Actually, no.
No. But you played in the North-South game.
Played the North-South game, yeah.
Ripped John Crotty about 7 times. Yeah, he did. Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, he did. It sunned him.
Yep.
Sunned him.
He did sun him.
Oh my God, it was crazy. But you know, Nut, you know, playing football and basketball. Like, how did you manage that in high school? Was you extremely nice at both sports, and your grades was always up? How'd you manage? And you were class president,
vice president.
Big shout out to Pam Lister. Excuse me.
Yes.
Salute to her. That's right. Vice president, but still, your plate was full.
Well, you know, I never looked at it as being full, Hawk. I ain't gonna lie to you. I you know, my oldest brother went to college. You know, then Dana went to college, and you know, my mom and pop didn't have a lot of money, so I was just driven. I wasn't going to the military. I was lazy. I didn't want to work, so I needed to earn a scholarship. So at the end of the day, I was committed. You know, I was committed. My time was after school, practice, homework, eat, go to bed. It was just that routine. And I just stayed focused. I mean, that was who I was. You know, I wasn't the party guy. You know, I wasn't going to parties and doing that. I would go here and there, but I wasn't going every weekend.
You know, we did a number of joints together. You was
well. No, I probably went to 2 parties with you, but the other 10, you was on your own. So you know, so it was just a matter of me just being focused. To be honest with you, Hop. You know, I never thought I was the best football player on any team I was on. I was never the best basketball player on any team that I was on, but I was mentally focused and driven. I was just mentally tough. That was it. I hated losing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that is true.
I got a question for you, Nut.
I was a loser, so, and that was my motivation. At the end of the day, I needed to get a scholarship.
Well, I got a quick question for you because, being that you played quarterback in high school and was converted to a D-back in college, you know, we talk about the quarterback position on this show plenty of times. And I just want to ask you about that transition and even them telling you that you're a DB and not a quarterback anymore. Did that bother you or didn't it bother you?
Oh, it didn't bother me at all. You got to remember, I never wanted to be a quarterback. I wanted to be a wide receiver. So at the end of the day, circumstances kind of put me in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was fine with it because I was always a team player. And at the end of the day, I wanted to win. And I'm going to bet on me before I bet on somebody else at the end of the day. So therefore, if the ball's in my hand, I'm the one making the decision, I'm fine with that. You know, I can do that. You know, I ain't never felt any pressure being in that situation. So that was fine. But to be honest with you, Wes, I never wanted to play quarterback in college.
Okay.
Know why? I'm gonna tell you what made me know for sure I didn't want to play quarterback in college. His name is LT.
Yeah, I hear that.
Listen, you know, we grew up during the time, you know, option football was the thing in college. You know, Alabama, Turner, Gill, overall, everybody ran college.
And you got to sacrifice yourself.
And I knew I could run the option if I ran it well in high school. But I just imagined LT coming off that corner, hitting me, just teeing off. I wasn't doing that.
Yo, Wes, you remember Jamal Holloway?
Yeah.
That's him right there.
Yeah.
In terms of his style of play.
Yeah.
Like that dude, this dude right, Jamal Williamson, elusive, smart, always made the right play. Always made the right play.
I saw him live at East Orange. It was, well, Columbia was kind of non-competitive when I was in high school, but you know, that's because Chuck can vouch for this. That's because they had the wrong complexion all over the field, and they was always scared of everybody when they came to play other people. You know, those boys didn't want to play East Orange and stuff like that. They could never get up for that. Only certain players could get up for that game. Not everybody. It wasn't built for it.
Yeah.
So
Corey Felton, big shout out to him.
Yeah, Corey definitely was one of the 7 or 8 on the squad that was built for East Orange games. You know, so
yeah. So Chuck, you know, when did you know? You say you participate in a variety of sports, right? You get the scholarship to Maine. Right? I mean, what was it like? You know what? I'm gonna play football. As
You know what?
Anything else? Was it just a scholarship, or was that love developed?
Football was always, my wife jokes about it. Football was always my first love.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I didn't play it until like organized until like a little bit later, maybe 8th grade and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But some of it was the driving force. I'm sorry, you guys hear this band behind me?
No, we can hear you.
You're fine.
So some of it was the driving force of, again, even though I had a successful senior season, people were looking at me to play football in college. I still had kind of back whispers behind me of some haters saying, why they looking at Chuck? I don't know that Chuck can do that. I'm like, what? Word? like, hold up. So, that started driving me and saying, listen, all right, let's do this thing. The prospect of playing in college, I remember when I was trying to make my decision of kind of where to play and stuff like that. Going up on my visit, actually Jamal's roommate was my host when I went up to Maine. So I met Jamal again, met him again and stuff like that. Mark Brown was playing, Sienna was playing that night, if you remember that. We went and saw the basketball game, Maine in basketball. But I enjoyed the visit. And I was like, this is what I want to do. And then when I got up there, any kind of doubt that I had that I could play at that level kind of went away after the first 2 days.
Wow.
And I was just like, okay. And the first 2 days was just freshmen.
Mm-hmm. But
I was looking at these other freshmen that I was going against or that I was athletically up against, because it was just, I was like, I'm faster than these guys, and I'm actually, I feel like I'm more athletic.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it just kind of just rolled from. Now we had a good squad. I mean, I was redshirted my freshman year. I wasn't cracking that squad, even though they tried to pump me up as if I was going to crack it. But Danilo and those guys were talking to, I'm talking about guys that nut knows. Like, oh, you ready this week? You ready this week? Because I would always kind of get in some second team reps during practice. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah. And I'd just be sitting on the bench. But, that's what a red shirt is. So, but after that, man, it was just, just balling after that, man.
You say that, and I went to Wagner College, and that year they were the Division III national champs, right? Mm-hmm. So my plan, because Nut will tell you, I love the game of football. Like, I really, really loved it. Yeah. But the reality is the reality, right? So I got the Wagner. I'm a walk on the team. I'm about 135 pounds. This is Division III. They were the national champs, right? There was only one person on that team that had a really solid shot at playing professional ball, Terry Underwood. When I saw the level from high school to college, it was like a huge jump. I saw it immediately, and this is just Division III. Now, you said you made the transition right away, like, I could do this. Nut, what about you? When you first got there, was it like an easy, like, oh, I got this? Or was it like, I got to put my work in?
Well, I'm going to tell you this, I earned my football scholarship from playing basketball. The football coach at Maine saw me at a basketball game and told me he wanted me to run his defense. I was like, fine. Right? So when I get there, 5'9", 163 pounds, I was told I was on a red shirt. So I was like, cool. Right? So I got another year, get bigger, faster, stronger. And everybody in the world know I hate working out. Like, I don't like lifting weights and none of that. Right? so when I get there, I see these jokers, they huge. I was like, okay, I gotta get my weight up, but I got a year. I got a year. So we get into camp, and this is the first year Maine recruited 3 brothers in a recruiting class.
1987.
1987. So they had an All-American strong safety that was a brother. They had another kid who was a corner. Then they had a red shirt I guess I was a red shirt freshman. So they had 3, but only one was starting. He was a strong safety All-American. So Maine, historically, if you ran the ball against Maine, they could stop the run. But they had too much vanilla in the secondary. They couldn't stop the pass.
Wow.
So my class came in with 3 DBs, and we weren't big. We were decent. Two of us were small, and one was decent size. So we all were supposed to redshirt. So we get into camp, but we all were smart and we all were athletic. So we get in camp and we're looking at these. I'm sorry, I gotta say, we're looking at these white boys like, yo, they're big, but they slow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So mentally, in college football, at the end of the day, it's more mental than physical. Everybody can physically get it done, but mentally, if you can't think it or react the way they want to react the first time, you're gonna sit. If they gotta tell you twice, you ain't gonna start. They want to know who can pick it up and get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So we picked it up real fast, and the white boys started getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, oh, and we all said, we can play. So first game, Hawk, I wasn't ready to play. All-American cramps up. But because we had these other guys get hurt, I move up in the depth chart, right? So I move up to number 2 free safety, and my boy moves up to number 2 strong safety. So the guy that cramps up, he was a strong safety. No, the All-American cramped up. But the guy that's playing free safety now with the backup to him as strong safety. So I'm assuming my boy gonna go in as strong safety. He gonna keep this guy in. Hawk, I wasn't ready, Hawk. I wasn't ready. That coach said, put Williamson in. I turned around, I said, who? I wasn't ready, Hawk. I ain't gonna lie. You put in my mind, I'm not the next man up. The man backing him up is the next man up.
Right.
The guy that's playing free safety now was the backup to the strong safety.
Nice.
Yo, man, I was like, you serious? Now, I'm hesitant about going in the game. I'm like, my attitude, like, what you talking about? Like, I'm debating, and I'm supposed to go win.
Wow.
So I go into the game, and I'm playing. So I get Rookie of the Week just by playing a half of football. My first time playing college football.
Now you was ready.
You was ready.
Mentally, well, you know me, Hawk. Mentally, I'm ready.
Uh-huh.
But physically, I wasn't ready. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something funny. I'm gonna tell y'all when I really realized I wasn't ready. Well, I already knew I wasn't ready. His name is Randy Pettis, 6'1", 225-pound tailback from Boston University. Never forget his name. They ran a toss right. I feel the alley left. I hit Randy Pettis as hard as I can hit anybody. So I hit him. So I feel myself sliding down his thigh and watch him run into the end zone. I said, that'll never happen to me again. And that's when I got to the weight room.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready physically. Mentally, I was. I wasn't ready physically.
You know who that remind me of? Know what that remind me of?
What?
Tony Goodgame. Tony Goodgame.
Roxbury. Yep.
Yo, he ran a dive or something, and Art got blocked. Art Williams playing linebacker, he got blocked. I'm playing safety, so I gotta come up. I come up and hit Tony Goodgame as hard as I could, and it was like this. Man.
That's funny how we remember those names, right? Ain't that crazy?
He don't remember me from a can of paint, but he walked right up my chest. Oh man.
I got a question for Chuck.
Yeah.
Now, you said I know you're very athletic, brother. We grew up together. I know you are athletic. You played football, but was it tough playing? I know you played several positions at Maine. Was it tough shifting from offense to defense, back to offense in those years?
You know what? It was, it's funny. I mean, I'm a coach now, but like schemes and techniques always seemed natural to me. Like, when I got moved to the offensive side of the ball my last 2 years, I went into spring ball as a offensive tackle, and I came out of spring ball as a tight end. And I wasn't looking to play tight end. It was one of those where we throwing around the ball and they're like, oh, you catch, oh, try to do this. And I'm, I can jump and catch. Okay, and I wasn't a receiving tight end. Let's not, I'm not, I was an offensive tackle playing tight end is really what I was. But then once the season started, I'm the starting tight end, and and we're shuffling tight ends in and out and stuff. But one of the linemen goes, I think Jonesy goes down, Chief. He goes down, and they're like, all right, we're gonna move you to tackle. And I was like, all right, cool. I mean, the blocking scheme is a blocking scheme. It's like, okay, if we run in this way, and I know where the hole is, then I must be blocking him. It's just like kind of always. Just mentally, it just made sense to me. Mm-hmm. So moving to tackle, then back to tight end, that never really bothered me. And then my senior year or my fifth year, starting at tackle and then moving to guard, same difference. It was just like, okay, all right, I'm pulling now versus doing this a lot. And the technique changes a little bit, but to me, if you understand the concept of what's going on, mm-hmm. then it just everything else just kind of falls into place. I remember, speaking to Jamal once, asking about footwork. I mean, I don't know. It was during the summer. I think it was the summer I was living with you. I was like, how are your feet so fast? Like, what do you do? How's your feet so fast? And he was like, I used to, you had to walk up the stairs in my house. So I used to open up the door and I had to hit every step going up the steps before the door closed behind me. And I, I was working my feet, and it was kind of like Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off. Take everyday normal stuff and just add that to like your concepts of what you were doing. So that's like, as I was going through stuff, I used to walk around doors, pull stepping, just kind of just making all the athletic moves natural. So then that just, kind of merged with what I was supposed to do schematically, and it just, became natural.
Can we stay right there? In terms of being a lineman and the importance to the game, because we look at the quote unquote skill positions as if the line isn't a skill, but running back, quarterback, wide receiver, that they get all the excitement, but you guys don't touch the ball too much, but there's a lot going on in the trenches, and can you just discuss that? Talk about that.
It's like a mindset, like you in the music business, right? So everybody has this piece in the music business. You might be the front man on the mic. There might be somebody who's responsible for the production behind the mic. Someone who's responsible for the sound. And everybody has their and that's one thing I love about football. Everybody has their responsibility in their job, right? And that job, once you put everybody is in sync with each other and comes together, then the outcome is beautiful at times, So I never saw it as, I was never one that looked for attention or looked to see, oh, look at me. I'm not that type mentally. I love to win, but I hate losing more than I love to win. Yeah. So it's like, if this is what I had to do to help us win, whether I'm the one touching the ball or not, that's why, like, when I moved to tight end, okay, great, I caught a couple balls, but I moved back to tackle. It made no difference to me because me touching the ball was never my focus. It was like, okay, where do I need to be for us to be successful?
Well, it's like things like stepping with the wrong foot means so much. Like, that first step coming out of your stance means so much that's a skill that you have to acquire, knowing how to step and when to step, and
how to step, when to step, how to shift your weight, how to move laterally, backwards, forward. I mean, a lot of how to hide your stance. Because when I was on the defensive ball, one thing I did a lot was try to read the offensive lineman's stance to know what they were going to do before they did it. And again, another thing I got from Jamal, like, yo, man, how you don't look that fast, but you always in the right place at the right time. And he said, Chuck, I know where they're going before they go. Now he's like, I know, because you held the record. For how long did you hold the record for interceptions at Maine?
Oh, about 10 years.
About 10 years, yeah. So, and he was just like, I knew before the ball was snapped where they were going with the ball. And, just again, translating that to what I was doing, it's like, okay, if I can tell where this offensive lineman is going before the ball is snapped, then that gives me an edge on that. And then when I got over to the offensive side, it was like, okay, I have to hide those tendencies. I have to make sure, I have to watch my stance, look at myself on film, kind of scout myself. And like you said, Hawk, stepping with the right foot and things like that. And, it's so 6 inches versus a foot step is a big difference. And a lot of people don't see that difference, but that's a huge, knowing where to put your foot and knowing where to kind of how much depth you got to take and stuff like that. And, again, one thing, our head coach your last year, and then my last few years was Kirk Ferentz over in Iowa now. And then, he was an offensive line was his thing. Paul Dunn was my position coach on offensive line, but, Ferentz looked at me one day doing something, and, it's natural bucket step to do, X, Y, Z, blocking like a sweep or something like that. He's like, Chuck, why are you stepping so deep? And I was like, because that's what, X, Y, Z, that's what you guys told me to do. And he was just like, listen, man, you're quick enough where you don't have to waste this step. You can do it like this. And just kind of just taking those little things into account and kind of breaking down those little intricacies and, understanding the why, not just the what you do, but the why you do it, allows you to transfer those skills to different things you do.
So it's dope. Wes?
Well, I opened that question, and he gave us the full breakdown, the way Chuck Keegan does. That's my man right there.
Now, both you guys are educators. Yeah, and both you guys are coaches, right? So that knowledge from sports and athletics and how you are able to relate to the next generation of athletes or scholars, what's that transition like, gentlemen? Nut, you first.
Well, it becomes a passion. You love working with young people. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter whether it's on the field or in the classroom. It's just about, dropping some jewels and wisdom to them and hoping that they soak it in and try to apply it at some point in time in their life. The difference between the sports and the classroom is most times the person that's playing the sport, that's what they want to do. Like they love to be there. They choose to be there. Like they don't have to be there. Where in the classroom, there's a different kind of motivation. But I might love math and hate English. Love science, hate history, love, whatever case may be. But I have to take those classes. And so, just getting them to understand it doesn't matter what it is, that you got to give it your all the time, right? Because you don't know what you're going to get from it, right? But if you give me your all the time, it's just a habit that you create for the rest of your life. No matter what the task is, I'm going to give it my all, and something good going to come out of it. But if you don't give it your all, 9 out of 10 times, ain't nothing good going to come out of it. So that's, through the sports, and that's what it is. Everybody playing sport want to win. You ain't going to win getting a half behind job. It just ain't going to happen, right? So you give it your all to ensure that it should be the same in what you're doing academically. Because you don't know the outcome unless you give it your all.
That's
right.
right.
So.
Yep. Chuck, all right, championships, right? You got chips, right?
I got a couple.
Yeah, a couple. Good. Girls basketball, right?
Volleyball. I couple in football and then track and field. Basketball, we went undefeated last year, but it was a shortened season, so there's no state title or anything like that in basketball. But track and field and football, I have a couple.
Yeah. Bring me up to speed. Exactly what do you coach so I can get it right?
Oh, okay. Wow. Let's see.
Because you got a number of things going on.
Yeah. So I coach. All 3 seasons I'm coaching. I in the fall, I'm coaching football. I'm an assistant coach at offensive line coach and special teams coordinator at West Orange High School this year. Last few years. Before that, I was at Shabazz for about 11 years, and then I was at Columbia for about 13 or 14 seasons at Columbia. And track and field, I've coached track and field at Columbia now since 2007. So I do outdoor track. I coach the throwing events, javelin, discus, and shot put. I've dabbled in high jump every once in a while, but that's on an as needed basis. And then basketball, I've coached high school basketball now since the 15-16 season. I was JV coach for a few years, and then I've been the head girls varsity coach for the last 3.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. That's amazing.
Yep.
Like, these are friends, bro. I grew up with these jokers right here,
Yep.
B. You know what I'm saying? So proud of you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
All right, that's
Let's talk
it.
about the other check, though. I want to talk about the other chip, though. Now, did both
What
of y'all
chip?
win the chip in college football together? The NIAAA or something like that?
We won the conference title.
Conference title, okay.
I think you have 2 conference titles. You have 2 conference titles, Nut?
Yes.
Yeah, your first year and then the third year, which was my first.
Yeah.
Or your third year, which was my first year playing.
And what other records do you guys hold? You got they hold records. Like,
Nah.
No, you go first. What do you got?
Hold records, not 12 inches, 45.
I mean, I was.
You said you had the interception record for 10 years.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
So are you in second place right now? That's amazing.
Talking football, yeah, that's it. I mean, I got county championships back to back in basketball, high school basketball. I got that. So I think I'm the only player in Maine history to make all conference in 2 different positions. I made it as I started free safety for 3 years, so I made it my junior year as a free safety. Then my senior year, I played corner and made it. So
he's like, I don't know anything.
Give it up. Give it up.
Like two great things right there. He's like, I can't make nothing.
Jersey in the
y'all know he played college basketball too. Y'all know that?
I didn't know he played at Maine.
Yeah,
he played the season. His senior season.
You played ball at Maine?
My senior year, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's what's up right there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's crazy. And Peanut was my tour manager for a summer.
Yeah, I did the road manager for a weekend.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yo, man, I'm saying. So listen, we got the Dallas Cowboys versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It's 7-0 Tampa Bay.
What's the time right now?
It's 5 minutes left of the first quarter, and I think Tom Brady built the Leaning Tower, the Eiffel Tower. That's how much time he got in the pocket right about now. I mean, they got no pass rush or nothing, but it's all good.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to Barbarita, Essence. Earl is in the building. Pearl, what up? Again, Artie Smith. You know what it is.
Yep.
Nothing but family in the chat.
Hey, Nut, when I came to Maine my first time, I was a pseudo basketball player. Chuck had me out there playing with the basketball players out there. They said I was a recruit at the local party. I was a basketball recruit that weekend. That was one of my favorite places to visit, though. It was just a different environment completely.
Definitely different.
Yeah, it was just different, like just totally different. It was just crazy. Yep.
Yeah, kind of cold up there, right?
It was cold. Because I think I went in March one time, and then I came for your graduation another time.
Yeah.
Yo, it was nice then.
I want to bring somebody else in, bro.
What about that surprise visit?
Spliffy, what up,
Spliffy?
What's up, fellas?
What's up,
What's
my
good?
I'm good, man. You?
Good. Look at Nut. What's good, Nut? How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm hanging in there.
I guess I'm the only one on the panel that knew you played college basketball because I was up in New Hampshire, so I followed that senior year stint. You doing your thing up in Maine?
Yeah. It was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what do we think about this upcoming season, brothers? I mean, we got the Cowboys and the Buccaneers on right now. What y'all think about the Cowboys this year? What you think they're going to do overall? You think they built for it? That defense is young, a little shaky? What y'all think?
Don't be shy, Chuck.
Well, y'all been on this panel. Y'all been doing y'all thing talking I've been watching this game, and even though Tampa Bay leading right now, the Cowboys look good. They look like they putting some plays together. They look solid.
Yeah.
They're not getting blown out. Listen, it's a good start.
Cliff has been saying that same thing for the last 26 years.
Hey, Cliff, they asked me the same question.
Every year, and I'm usually right there with him for the first half of the season. But by the second half, reality sets in, and they, 8-8.
And I just gave my rundown like 5 minutes before you got on the air, and I didn't say nothing like that.
Well, they driving, yo. They driving.
Yeah, they are driving.
Yeah, listen, you got to take baby steps, and this is the Super Bowl champs on the road. I'll take it.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Listen, I think they'll be competitive within their division. I don't know who's your cross division this year, but
West, AFC West.
Yeah, AFC West. Yeah, that's
and you got to play the extra game is New England.
That's tough. Rams, Seattle.
So that's the one you got to play one extra team in the cross division. So we got New England. That's the 17 games. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Listen, that's why I got 26 years no Chip Henderson up there. It's soon to be 27.
Well, the Cowboys are the Cowboys at this point right now. It's a history repeats itself. So I don't know, right? But I just think Tampa Bay, they beating themselves. If anything, I don't see a team like that. Him having a whole off season,
7-7, baby,
with those weapons. Listen,
I was trying to keep it a secret.
I'm telling you, they looking thorough. They're looking thorough.
Looking thorough.
Look, it's okay when you fresh the first week. I'm just saying, you're supposed to get one. You know what I mean?
I just bought a new CD for my tape deck.
CD Lamb.
Yeah. No. Dak Prescott, I'm not gonna lie. The defense looks terrible, but Dak looked real good. Like Dak looked like he good. Yeah.
Hold on, I'll be right back because I gotta turn the game on. I'll be right back with you.
Yeah, but
I handle.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys always, they got the weapons to be competitive.
They do.
Could they put the whole thing together?
They self-destructive.
It's 3 phases to the game, Wes. You know that. If you only got one, the other two suffering.
But sometimes they only have a half of one.
so that's why them L's look so lucrative. You know what I'm saying? Because they only have half of one.
Listen, I try to I temper down my expectations with them, but I can't help but watch. It's like even if I gotta watch through the side of the door, like peek in there, I gotta keep my eyes on them. So it is what it is.
It's game one. Everybody can feel good, be optimistic. Everybody can talk their little bit of shit, right now, it's game one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. If you want to beat Tampa Bay this year, game one is the day to beat.
It's the game to get it. It's the game to get it.
It's the game to get it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So, Cliff, what's the spread on this one?
The spread, it's weird because it opened up at 6 during the summer, and then it was at 7 to 7.5 most of the week. And then today it jumped up to 9, and I believe it closed at 9.5.
Okay.
But if you're looking at lines, particularly when they're jumping up just before the kickoff, history tells you that it usually goes the other way because what ended up happening today in this game in particular, everybody was pounding Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Everybody picked Tampa Bay on the panel.
Yeah. For it to go up 2 points. And basically game day, that means the whole public is pounding Tampa Bay. But typically when a line goes something like this, you'll see a backdoor cover. So the Cowboys may score a late touchdown and cover that 9. But it's
9 is a lot. That was a lot. I saw the spread. I was like 9 is a lot, but then at the end of the day, I was like I had it 34-24 anyway. So
yeah.
That's 10 points. Who Pittsburgh play opening day?
They got Buffalo. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's right. They got the supposedly MVP of the league this year, Josh Allen. That's who's gonna
Josh
be MVP.
Allen.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah, as long as Stephon Diggs stays healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. As long as you got that weapon out there, he'll be the MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but they better be real careful because everybody's gonna start keying in on Stephon. I mean, like, listen, he was their legitimate number one doing his thing, but they shut him down. What else do they have?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be very interesting to see how teams play them this year.
I want to see Pittsburgh because they got that running back that I do like.
Najee Harris.
Najee Harris, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm surprised. I was hoping to see. Huh?
We'll see. Pittsburgh for the last.
They got to steal with him.
Yeah. I like him as well. But they've been an injury away for the last 10 seasons.
Yeah.
Like everything is banked on this or that, and they get one injury, and then everything falls apart.
Yeah.
So offense or defense,
well, they paid T.J. Watt today. He got the
But you notice it was real quiet. It was real quiet on that up until like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Like how many people knew that he was kind of? I mean, he was in camp, but he was kind of holding out.
Yeah, they didn't say nothing.
They didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
You know, some other players they've had that done that. They've been loud and clear.
Listen, his last name. What are you talking about? His last name is Watt. That means they don't say anything. He has the right to hold down for his money.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You kidding me? Yeah, his last name is that's TJ. It's like brother got to pick. Who gets to pick their squad because of what? Like because of what? Like you haven't been good in 3 years. You get to pick your team because of what? But that's what it is. You know, last name is Watt. So, you know, we'll leave JJ and TJ, whatever CJ or whatever. We'll leave them alone. Yep. I was out here. We're still kind of wondering. A lot of folks out here wondering what they're doing with Deshaun Watson, because the latest out here is that some of those young ladies that came forward already have text messages retrieved that show that it was mutual. It was a mutual agreement, not with their not assault or whatever that they're claiming. But now we got a man that's probably the third or fourth best quarterback in the league not playing right now.
Well, you know, it's curious. Like I've been thinking it has to be something, because usually the league, it comes down a lot faster.
Yeah.
With like punishments and stuff like that, but nothing has come out as far as discipline and everything else.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. And that dude is too talented to not be playing football this year. Like, part of wanting to be watch the Texans out here, which I can't stand doing, is really watching him, Deshaun Watson. You know, so
yeah. But I'm curious as to what's actually the procedure and what's going to happen, because he has to first be put on the exemptions list for the commissioner for any type of punishment to start. And right now, the Texans just have him as inactive. So is he just basically just floating in the abyss where nothing is going on? So, you know, he this whole year can basically waste away.
Yeah, basically that's what it looks like. It's wasting away because they got him listed as like the third or fourth string quarterback. I don't even think he's dressing on Sunday.
Yeah, they have him as inactive. I know that.
Yeah. So, but I can tell you one person who's out here doing some work, and he's a blast from the Pittsburgh past. Antonio Brown out here cooking the Cowboys.
I see that. Yo, Tom Brady's just whoop.
He out here cooking. I think he got about 4 catches for about 60 yards already.
Wow.
They're going to be scary. They definitely going to be scary.
They're going to be scary. Godwin. And guess who haven't caught a pass yet? Mike Evans. He haven't seen Mike Evans yet. Gronkowski, those two running backs, he got weapons for days.
Tom looks bad on a couple passes, though.
Yeah,
he's short on a couple.
That's okay.
We got to keep an eye on him. Yeah, he's gonna be pressured. He is 44 years old now, so you know we got to keep a close eye on this cat.
Let me ask these two gentlemen here from the football world what they think about Cam Newton and his future.
He's black. He's black. I mean, so his future is commentating. He needs to figure out which network he wants to work with. He won't be playing football ever again in NFL.
Wow.
Not even as a backup because he's black.
Wow, that's deep.
You know what?
He said not even as a backup.
I felt all of that. Like I feel the same exact way, but I'm glad it came from someone else's mouth because it's kind of comical, to be honest with you. 32 years old and can't be a quarterback in the league that got Ryan Fitzpatrick playing. What's the other dude that's playing that make me laugh too? Andy Dalton is still playing too. That's the bug out one too.
You go from competing to be the starter to out the league.
Out the league, yeah. You can't get a job. And actually, his funny part is he didn't play bad in preseason, right? But the other kid just did enough to give them confidence enough to let him go.
Yeah. And guess what? They didn't want him as a backup to make the kid feel though he might lose the job if he don't play well. So we're gonna make him feel comfortable.
Yeah, we want him to be comfortable. Yep. But then the dude in Chicago outplays Andy Dalton.
Totally outplays him.
And we're not even close. But Andy Dalton is starting on Sunday.
Make it make sense.
He's white.
Well, I think the only way it makes sense is that they just promised Andy Dalton the job. You know, they promised him the job, and they're going to see what's going to happen.
The black people don't get those types of promises walking in.
Nope.
Yeah.
We don't get those types of promises. I mean, it's really ridiculous. Cam Newton, I saw it coming 2 weeks prior to it coming when they were hyping the boy up. Like, they were literally comparing the two of them as if Mac Jones was going to be the starter. If you look at the commentary leading up 2-3 weeks in, and then, for him to get whacked because of some fugazi coronavirus situation is kind of, because there's so many other.
Again, Andy Dalton didn't get vaccinated either.
Ooh.
Carson Wentz hasn't gotten vaccinated either. So they put that corona thing out there for him, but you got two other dudes that are starting quarterbacks that they didn't get vaccinated, and we're not talking about it. So, Lamar Jackson didn't get vaccinated. People knew that before they knew about those other two I named, but those two, they didn't get vaccinated either.
They hounded Lamar Jackson, actually.
Yeah.
They hounded him about it.
Yep.
Yeah, but the unvaccinated player, I think that's irresponsible, and that's certainly not something that a lot of these guys going to stick around with in the league, because it just seems like they're going to squeeze you out. I mean, Carson Wentz, Andy Dalton, but they're few and far between. And I think that really, really hurt Cam. And no matter how you want to look at it, just by him missing those 5 days when he had to sit and Mac Jones doing his thing, he left the door wide open for him.
Oh, he definitely left the door open. But it wasn't even in his career, when you kind of look at the bottom line is that if you can tell me an MVP that's been treated that way, let me know who he is, and then we can stop having this conversation. Because what former MVP has been told that they can't have their job back? They gotta have a prove it to me contract for like pennies, and like Nutt said, they're gonna be out the league at 32. I mean, what MVP has gotten treated like that?
Not only that, I'm looking at you.
It's like, man.
Yeah, but you telling me the guy that's backing up Mac Jones is better than Cam Newton?
Yeah, no, not impossible.
No,
not impossible.
No, and Bill Belichick did say that his release had nothing, like Cam didn't do anything wrong, according to Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
like he did nothing wrong. So the whole
it was about making Mac Jones comfortable. Like I said, Mac Jones had a good preseason. So I'm not saying anything bad about Mac Jones. He had a good preseason. Cam Newton definitely left the door open, but I still don't think that there's been no MVP since I've been watching this game that's gotten treated that been treated the way Cam Newton's been treated. Period. It just hasn't been. Like, man, it's crazy. at 32 years old, and we celebrating Tom Brady at 43 going on 44. Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing until he's 40, he said. Ben Roethlisberger is still playing, and we kicking this dude out the league at 32?
Yeah. I mean,
Come on,
but everybody else you named, not that it makes a difference, but they all have chips.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but Matt Ryan been to the Super Bowl. He ain't no Jeopardy. he even got a nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. And as a Cowboy fan, the Cowboys did that for years with Tony Romo. They made him comfortable for years. They never wanted to get a quarterback in there to put no pressure on him. Everything had to be right for Tony Romo. And then Uncle Jerry's gonna get on TV and say Tony Romo is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Hold, wait, somebody. Wow, that right now. 1 2 1 2. Say something, Wes.
I got that.
Got the echo.
Yeah, there's an echo there. But I just said that Jerry Jones got on TV and said Tony Romo's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He sound like a goddamn going fool. He's not even a Hall of Fame. Shannon Sharp said the only way Tony Romo go to the Hall of Fame is if he's holding somebody else's jacket as they putting it on. But he said for Jason Witten, he said if Jason Witten gets to the Hall of Fame, Tony Romo can come to the Hall of Fame and put his jacket on for him.
Unc be wildin', yo. Unc be straight wildin'.
Yeah.
Yo, and Tony Romo always got his money early.
Got his money.
Yeah, he didn't have to go through the trials and tribulations that Prescott had to go through.
We got on this show. We talked about when Josh Allen was going to get his money. He got his money in his third season.
Mm-hmm.
Got his money. 3 years. Got his money. Mahomes won a Super Bowl and had to wait 4 years. And we keep saying that's not the. It's a pattern, man. It's definitely a pattern.
Lamar
didn't get his money yet. Yeah, so hey,
that may be held up because of his vaccination status too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
it's gonna be held up because of the color of his skin.
There you go. Well, I don't know if y'all heard, but they lost 2 more players today. Marcus Peters and Gus Edwards both went down with torn ACLs.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
So they signed Devontae Freeman and Le'Veon Bell off the practice squad. So hopefully that solidify their running back room.
Yeah, it's becoming all this has become a travesty though. That the Michael Vick got on today and was just saying Cam gotta kind of just suck up being a backup and just get prepared because he's not gonna take anyone's job right now. And when someone gets hurt, he'll be the first in line. But I don't even think they're gonna pick him up. Like I don't think they're setting it up now. The other day they were saying how Mac Jones was showing Cam Newton to play how to read the playbook. I was like, okay. What? I mean, you can't make this stuff up, man. It's like okay, now they got to show he don't know how to read a playbook now. All of a sudden, Mac Jones had to show him how to read the playbook, and then how ignorant they could be on TV. The funniest one was they show Cam Newton. They have music playing in the background, and he's doing like this. He had a football and he tossed it, and just having a good time before he got cut. And then they pan the camera over. They turn the music off, and they show Mac Jones writing something down. They're like, see, one is focused and one is worried about his social life. I was like, they in the same practice. It's crazy.
Yeah, but the thing is, we give him the ammunition.
Yeah.
We give it to him.
Yeah.
When you move quiet and you just do your, a la Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
It's just when you shining, you dancing, you doing the jig. Eventually, all that Superman, all that, they get tired of that. They don't want to see that. And the minute they can whack you, minute they can get rid of you,
you get in handled, and it's unfair. Yeah, it's unfair. Yeah. But leading up to it, I'm like, yo, man, Cam, they about to come for you, bro. You are not gonna be starting quarterback for New England Patriots. That's not happening. Mm-mm. They shipped him out. Bye. Crazy. And like I said, nobody. I mean, you can't tell me there's not one NFL team that don't want to pick him up. They can't use him. I live in a city that can use him. No offense to Tyrod Taylor, but I'm just saying, y'all must not be planning on having a good year.
Yeah,
you know. I mean, and I support the brother quarterback, but that's just not a really good one. You know, I mean, he might be better than some other dudes, but you know, Tyrod Taylor out here in Texas is like, that's not gonna really get it done.
Yeah, but again, the organization, Houston Texans organization, what they're putting Deshaun Watson through is, you know, and JJ Watt told you what it was, you know, in terms of them as an organization.
Yeah.
Whenever he's like, I got to get him out of here. Y'all act right.
You're wilding.
You know, you're wilding. So you know, even with Deshaun Watson, you brought it up earlier. Like, you know, that's something that it seems ownership is doing something very unethical, corrupt. You know. It's very corrupt.
It is
to organize this allegations of rape and what have you to lessen his value, so you can sit him down. You know, that's my theory.
And then they hire and listen, they hire a coach that's been in the league for 27 years as I don't know what type of coordinator, to say that they can hire a black person. And I ain't got nothing wrong with my man Cully, right? You want everybody to get a job, but that's just a smokescreen to take people off the center of what's going on in Texan land. Yeah. So when they do actually turn the corner and they become good again, guess who's going to be the first person they fire? David Cully.
That's right.
So he going to be the first one out. David Cully going to be the first one out of a job. So, you know, I mean, that's his first job after 27 years as an assistant.
Yeah. It's sad. It's sad the way they do things. It's so blatantly racist. But the NFL is just that. Like, you know, y'all know Nut, Chuck. I grew up a Cowboy fan. You know, since 78? Jackie Smith dropped the touchdown pass in the end zone. Was that 79?
I was a Cowboy fan too. And when he dropped that touchdown, I dropped him like a bad habit. I hated losing. They couldn't beat the Steelers. I dropped the Cowboys like a bad.
We all watched that game, and that game right there was a turning point in everybody's life. Because I watched that game, and I saw a team go to the line of scrimmage and do like this, and then come back up and go down. And I was like, that's sweet.
That's hot. I was sold. They had me. I was a customer. I was all in.
And I think Roger Staubach was in a shotgun. I was like, who does the shotgun? Like, what's that? Like, and I was like, oh snap!
Right.
But
But, you know, after the Colin Kaepernick situation, you know, it was just really apparent where Jerry Jones's politics laid, especially with him being so deeply entrenched with Donald Trump. I was like, I can't support the movement no more. I can't do it. So from now on, I'm just a football analyst. I'll just watch it just for the conversation on Madison Sports. But I don't rah-rah the Cowboys anymore. Cliff and West, on the other hand, they still, you know, I salute y'all but now I had to jump ship, you know. And NFL is tough, man. It's like, it's so old boys network, you know. What we see Cam going through, Deshaun Watson going through, of course, Colin Kaepernick. It's just it's an ill system. It's a really ill system. Akin to a plantation in many ways. Some have compared, but you know, what y'all think about that? On my conspiracy theories.
Old Boy Network is pretty accurate. You got a billionaires club, and they just doing what they want to do with their, their players, quote unquote. You know, so
they're players.
Look. Football is their monopoly game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They buy their real estate, they sell it, they keep it pushing. You know, do something criminal, go past without stopping in jail, whatever the case may be. But it is what it is, right? Because what the Texans is doing is definitely criminal. At the end of the day, you can't tell me it's not. Straight criminal.
It is. It is. It's all criminal. So, but like Hawk said, I still can't stop watching. But I'm a realist fan, to be honest with you. I don't have any expectations, and I can't stand Jerry. Never did really like the man. I've been mad since Jimmy got fired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so I've been mad for a long time, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Yep.
really, I've been mad for a minute.
Yeah.
So, I've been saying the same thing for 26 years. He shouldn't have fired Jimmy.
Yo, I want to shout out the homie Derek Canada. You know what I mean? Clifford J. Scott, legend right there. Basketball legend. Yeah, man. But it's 7-7 still. He putting up a fight.
Yeah, 7-7.
He's still throwing the ball like nothing, though.
Tom Brady's still tossing the ball around the park.
Yeah.
So that means that Dan Quinn's skill set on coaching style hasn't really translated to the Cowboys' defensive prowess yet.
Well, they're attacking the ball. They just have no push up front. So
yeah,
Brady's
the front four.
But what, I mean, it's like gaps. 1, 2, 3, fire.
They just picking them. He's just
picking them apart because he ain't got no pass rush.
No pass rush. No push up front. Nothing.
Well, y'all keep saying nothing. The score is only 7-7, so you got a little hope. It becomes that second half adjustment. That's going to be critical.
Yeah,
because Tom's going to make an adjustment.
Yes, he is.
I mean, let's look at what the top Tampa Bay did right last year. Look at both of their coordinators, what they accomplished last year, defensively and offensively, and they still standing next to Bruce Arians. Now, God bless them, they got another chance to win another Super Bowl. But because the Jets to me totally screwed Todd Bowles. You tell a man to go coach a team with nothing on it. And then when you can't coach that team, they get rid of you because there's nothing on it. There's nothing there. There's nothing to coach. So Todd Bowles has never really been a bad coach to me. I just think he didn't have any talent. And Byron Leftwich is good.
But Byron Leftwich is good, black. I'm always say that.
I think, you know what? Let's make a T-shirt.
Because he's black.
Because he's black.
I mean, think about the white coach in NFL.
Yeah.
Subpart seasons, but they head coach 3-4 different teams. Like you ain't won nothing, but you get another job here. You get another job.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Adam Gase.
Adam Gase is still in the league. Man, Ernie Zampese used to sit there with those pencils, not winning nothing, but doing like this. And every year he's in somebody's press box, spinning pencils. Come on, man. It's crazy.
It's that nepotism. Old boys club, and then, hire your boy.
No, hire your wife.
Yeah.
Well, back to that because he's black thing. Think about this quarterback. What about the dude that went from the Rams, not the Rams, Detroit to the Rams?
Yeah, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, he's been in the league for 10 years, not won a playoff game. We still talking about he's going to be great.
12 years.
12 years. Yeah, 12 years.
12 years. He's not won one playoff game, but he gets a max deal with the LA Rams, right?
Yeah.
A max deal with the LA Rams. Why? Because he's white.
Well, the coach boy wonder says he's an upgrade, so they'll see if they can bring him to the promised land. But
I mean, an upgrade.
He was in putrid Detroit.
Yeah, it's putrid, but I mean, it's still. I mean, he had more weapons. He played with Megatron.
I'm about to say,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he all right.
He had Megatron. I mean. It's like, so that's not an excuse. I mean, Detroit is bad, but he was there.
Yeah,
Maybe he was part of that problem.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Matthew Stafford's numbers are, but he did put up big numbers. I mean, he had Megatron, but he just couldn't win games. You remind me a lot of Tony Romo, actually, a lot like Tony Romo. But we see him get not only a long leash, but he gets to go to another team. Perfect situation because he's from California.
Yeah, he's from Texas.
He's from Texas.
Him and Clayton Kershaw from Dallas. But
still, you get to go to a cushy situation in California, Los Angeles, and you get a chance to compete. And we don't see brothers get that same chance, i.e. Cam Newton once again. Yeah. It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, we can go down the line. on this one, but we've been doing this for a lot of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, but they keep
the same
giving us
story.
ammunition. I mean, it's what it is. It's just
it is what it is. And then people keep fighting it, like acting like it's not the case. But I mean, it's pretty relevant. I mean, when you think about it. But
peace up to Robert Swinney Jr. Big shout out. Now, Nut Chuck, what teams are y'all following? I don't really remember y'all teams like that. Do you have teams or y'all just watch for the game? Was it?
Okay. Well, Hawk, like I said, I was a Cowboy fan, and I dropped like a bad habit. And then I started following players, quarterbacks, Bob Greasy and Dan Fouts. Then I became a Chargers fan, Air Coryell. We couldn't stop nobody. Well, we scored 50-something points. We couldn't stop nobody else.
Chuck Muncie with the goggles.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
West Chandler.
I love
West Chandler. Oh.
And then, so I moved from that to I didn't have a fan. I'm a big-time college football fan now. I just love college football. I watch that Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. I love it. So then I got to the point where, I hear, cats who I know ain't never played ball, probably wasn't good at ball, were horrible, but they talk about these pro teams like they own them, like this. And I said, I'm not going to argue with nobody. So you know what? Only team I wouldn't root for that won the Super Bowl with the Patriots, right? I wouldn't do that. But so if a team win the Super Bowl, so right now I'm a Bucks fan, right? I'm a Bucks fan too. Because I ain't gonna be arguing with no grown man about something that they ain't got. I know you don't know football like I know football in my mind, so I'm not gonna argue with you. So they say, "What's your team?" I'm the defending Super Bowl champ. The conversation's over with. But right now, I'm a Bucks fan, baby. What?
Go Tom.
Go Bucks.
It ain't about Tom Brady. It's about the Bucks. They the Super Bowl champ.
Okay. All right.
Look, I hate losers. I'm gonna be a winner. I'm gonna be a winner. Whoever wins, that's what I got.
So you wasn't a Patriot fan ever when they won a Super Bowl. So you was an Eagle fan one year too, then.
Yeah.
Okay.
You was a Steeler fan a couple times.
No. I think I started doing this, probably after that.
Okay, because the Steelers won it in the last 20 years.
No, it wasn't that long ago I started doing this. Probably about 6-year run for me.
Okay.
Probably about 6-year run.
Go ahead, Chuck. Tell me your team.
Yeah, I am a Steeler fan. Same game. 1978.
Yeah.
Dude, and I'm 8 years old, and a dude I could not stand. Love the Cowboys. I just rooted for the Steelers just because. And then ever since that, boom.
Who's the dude you couldn't stand?
It was my mother's boyfriend at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I understand that. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I feel that.
I've run with the Steelers ever since.
I was so upset with myself for that decision I made at that time when I was 9 years old, because it has hurt my heart to have Mike Tomlin, who's probably my favorite coach in the league, be your coach, and I can't really root for him. So I just get upset that I didn't pick. I chose poorly, and I can't join y'all now. It hurts.
Yeah.
Man, we used to have fights in school.
I remember Dallas against Pittsburgh fights.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, see, if I'm not mistaken, what year we played for the Cougars? We wore yellow and black, right? Gold and black net.
Yeah, that was
gold and black. Yeah. Those colors, man. Those Pittsburgh Steelers colors. Oh my God. Especially the dark when they get through the gold pant with the black stripe down the joint with the dark jersey.
I think that was the year we didn't play that much hot.
That ain't nothing but an Iowa Hawkeye jersey. That's all.
Yeah. Nah, I played defensive tackle, and you started quarterback that year.
Then we were black and yellow.
Oh no! I'm bugging. That's the year I played with Corey Stevens and them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I played with the Cougars. I was sitting the bench.
Yeah, what year was that? 'Cause I don't never remember you sitting the bench.
That was my fifth grade year. Actually, I got cut, huh?
Wow.
I got cut. I went home. I told my dad I got cut. He's like, "You got cut?" He's like, "What you do?" I just stood and watched all day. He took me back out the next day, and it was a bunch of Kevin Moody. Remember Moody?
Yeah.
Me, Moody, there's a bunch of us, and our dad brought us back out. They talked to the coaches. Coach said, "Well, because we were little," he said, "Well, we'll give him a chance." So you know how you did. What's that drill? You lay down on your back. They blow the whistle. You get up. You got to tackle the guy.
It's bull in the ring.
Bull in the ring, man. So they put two of us little ones, and they gave one of the big guys the ball. And me and Kevin Moody was killing somebody. And that's how we made the team. We ain't play, but we made the team.
Wow.
Yeah, at the bench.
Yeah. Bull in the ring.
Yeah.
That's conditioning for manhood right there. That separate the men from the boys right there. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to put that face mask with the middle.
But how you guys doing up there weather-wise? Y'all good up there? Everything was okay? I know Chuck said he was good. You okay, Nut?
Oh, no, yeah, I was fine up here. I mean, some areas, low level, but yeah, no problem with where I'm at.
Good.
Yeah, gentlemen.
Yeah, I was fine. We spoke earlier, Wes.
Yep.
A lot, some people in the town that I live in got hit hard, but
crazy.
Where we were good.
Good.
Yeah, I was up there, and I was in Newark, and I just landed just in time because they shut the airport down. Right. I didn't realize it was going to be that severe. It was raining, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm watching the news at like 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I'm hearing about people getting trapped and flooded out and people losing their lives. And I was like, oh, man, this is sad. Ida was a trip. So many people got damage to their homes.
Yeah.
And what it did to New Orleans is just, oh, my God, devastating.
Yeah, people still without power, man. People still without certain things right now.
Yeah. Our prayers go out to everybody affected by the storm.
Absolutely.
Being down here in Florida, I definitely know what it is to get caught out in a hurricane. It's not.
Definitely know. I know. I'm in Texas. We had Harvey, so I already know what that was. That about the same thing. So,
Yeah.
It's no joke.
Yeah. But yo, gentlemen, this has been a dope show. This is a very apropos way of setting off IZM Sports, the first show for the new season. Dallas Cowboys, Tampa Bay is on right now. 14-7, Tampa Bay's up. I think, we can watch the rest of the game and talk about it next week.
Sounds good.
Let me add a little something to the show.
Oh, please.
Zach's handicap's gonna definitely. I'm gonna put up my best bets and my top dog of the week. Nice. I'm gonna do this every show I'm on, and right now, the best bet I'm gonna pencil in. And I'm gonna stay home with it. I'm gonna go with the Panthers, Carolina Panthers. They're at home playing the Jets. They got a rookie quarterback, rookie coach. Mm-hmm. I like the new quarterback with a little axe to grind, playing against his former team. So we're gonna go with Darnold on the win. And that top dog of the day, we got a lot of home dogs out there this week. And anybody, engaging in a little gambling, that's the one thing you should look at. The one team that I'm picking for this week's dog of the week, I'm going with someone that deeply affected Ida. So I'm going with those Saints, yo. They displaced right now. They're not playing at the Superdome, but they a road dog, and I think they're gonna come back with some vengeance. So that's my two. You got the best bet, your Panthers, and my dog of the week going with the New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
Nice.
I might have to make a phone call and put that in. I would have to make a phone call. The Saints and Panthers. Yeah, okay. All right.
And that is a very dope addition to the Madism Sports schedule, Mr. Spliffy Allen, aka Zatch Master. I like that. That was flavor. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. So yeah, gentlemen, Hakeem Green got Wes, got Zatch Master Cliff Allen, our guest Jamal Williamson and Chuck Keegan, Coach Keegan. This is another week of Madism Sports, the first week, season 2. We'll be right back at you next week at 7 p.m. Our regularly scheduled time, 7 p.m. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we out of here. Big shout out to everybody in the comments.
Peace,
guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work, fellas.
Yes.
Thank you.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
What y'all doing?
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas.
All right.